What's up everyone and welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV. Today let's get started with Allardyce says he'd accept the Chelsea job. A former Premier League manager has now claimed that he would accept the Chelsea job if it was offered to him right now. Former Leeds United, West Ham and West Brom boss Sam Allardyce has told that he would fly back to England tomorrow if he was handed the chance to take over at Stamford Bridge. Pressure is back at boiling point as far as Mauricio Pochettino's job is concerned off the back of defeat in the EFL Cup final. It has already been reported that the Blues are considering their options for if they have to replace the Argentine anytime soon. Perhaps jokingly, Allardyce has thrown his hat into the ring for a potential stint in West London. Jeff Stelling asked, "So, would you fancy that? A little spell at the Bridge?" Allardyce replied, "Oh, yes, I'll fly back from Dubai tomorrow for that." Pochettino convinced he has the back of Chelsea's owners. Chelsea have not won a domestic trophy since 2018, when they beat Manchester United in the FA Cup final, and Pochettino's first season as Blues boss has been disappointing so far, prompting speculation about his position. But the Argentine believes he has the backing of joint owners Bedad Iqbali and Todd Boehly. "I feel the support from them. I cannot lie," Pochettino said. "When I went up there to collect a runners-up medal, I was so upset, nearly crying. It was so difficult to keep my emotions." Todd then sent a text, a very nice text. "Then I met Bedad in London and he was really good and happy with the performance after 90 minutes. We showed after 90 minutes the unbelievable chances we had to score, but we didn't. That is football." Jurgen Klopp defends Chelsea over Gary Neville's comment. Chelsea have spent over £1 billion on players since co-owner Todd Boehly took over from Roman Abramovich in May 2022. But the West Londoners have largely struggled in the Boehly era, with Chelsea currently 11th in the Premier League after 25 games this season. That comes after an abysmal 12th placed finish last term, and Neville aimed a dig at Chelsea after they lost the Carabao Cup final to Klopp's Liverpool on Sunday. Klopp, though, does not see things the same way and said, "I understand that people have to talk about it, but I was in the other seat as well, losing a final, and people say a lot of things about you that you don't like to hear. In my case, some of them were true, some were not true, just guessing what might have happened. I'm the one who knows what it's like to lose 5 or 6 finals in a row. I can imagine how it was for Chelsea. Everybody tells you, by the way, you lost the last 5 and that's a new record. It's not nice. I really felt for them." Chelsea eyeing Brighton manager as Pochettino replacement. According to a report by Fitches, Chelsea are considering the idea of making a move for Roberto De Zerbi. The Brighton boss has proved himself in the English top flight, and the Blues feel he could be an ideal for the club. Mauricio Pochettino hasn't been able to get going at the London club, and he could be shown the exit door in the near future. Chelsea feel De Zerbi could be an ideal fit for their young squad because of what he has done at Brighton. While his contract with the Seagulls runs until the summer of 2026, the Blues are still willing to try by offering him more wages. However, there is a release clause in the Italian manager's contract worth around €15 million, and negotiation could be tricky because of that. Meanwhile, there is interest in him from Barcelona as well as Liverpool. Xavi and Jurgen Klopp have both already made a decision regarding their future. Both of them will be parting ways with their respective clubs. As a result, they are on the lookout for a new boss, and De Zerbi is one of the names on their list of potential candidates. Meanwhile, Brighton are aware of the amount of interest in their manager, and they are working on a new deal to keep him at the club. Arsenal considering Mykhailo Mudryk swoop. Report from Fitches claims that clubs like Arsenal and Juventus are keen on acquiring his services, and it remains to be seen whether they come forward with an offer to sign the 23-year-old at the end of the season. The Ukrainian joined Chelsea for a fee of around €70 million, but he has not been able to adapt to the Premier League so far. His performances have been rather underwhelming, and it remains to be seen whether Chelsea decide to cut their losses on the player and move on. The 23-year-old winger was expected to hit the ground running in the Premier League, but things have not gone according to plan. He has scored just 4 goals in 42 appearances across all competitions for the Blues. The Ukrainian could benefit from a fresh start, and a move to Italy could be ideal for him. On the other hand, it seems that Arsenal have resurrected their interest in the player. Before he joined Chelsea, he was a target for Arsenal, but the Gunners failed to secure his signature back then. It will be interesting to see if the Gunners can convince Chelsea to sell the player for a knockdown price in the summer. Arsenal could certainly use more quality in the wide areas, and Mudryk would be a useful signing for them if he manages to perform at a high level. The 23-year-old could be the ideal backup option for players like Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. Mikel Arteta has not been able to rotate his attack due to the lack of depth in the squad. Signing another winger could prove to be a wise decision for them. The likes of Arsenal and Juventus are unlikely to pay a premium for the player, and Chelsea will have to accept a massive loss on the Ukrainian. It remains to be seen how the situation develops. Arsenal, Chelsea battle Manchester United for Federico Chiesa. Report from Fitches claims that Manchester United are very interested in the 26-year-old and they could make an offer to sign the winger at the end of the season. The Italian international has 28 goals and 22 assists to his name since joining the Italian club, and he could prove to be a quality acquisition for the Red Devils. Manchester United need more quality in the wide areas, especially with the way Jadon Sancho and Antony have performed since joining the club. They need more quality from the flanks, and Chiesa would be a solid acquisition for them. The 26-year-old has gotten over his injury issues and he is slowly getting back to his best once again. He was regarded as a world-class prospect when he joined Juventus. His development stalled because of injury problems, but he has the ability to develop into a top-class Premier League attacker. It will be interesting to see if Manchester United can secure an agreement with the Italian club. They will face competition from clubs like Arsenal and Chelsea as well. Both clubs are considering launching an offer for the Italian in the coming months. Arsenal need more depth in the wide areas, and Chiesa will be able to compete with the likes of Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. His arrival will give Mikel Arteta more options to work with. Arsenal need more depth in the side if they want to compete for major trophies. Meanwhile, Chelsea are keen on signing the player as well. Mykhailo Mudryk has been a disappointing signing, and the Ukrainian will need to be upgraded in the coming months. Chiesa could prove to be a quality alternative. A move to the Premier League will be an exciting opportunity for Chiesa as well, and the Italian could be tempted to test himself in England. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.